Oh,
And follow the instructions of the attendant.
mindig hallok rád, de nem csinálod.
This tram is bound for the artistic
Meg én is megint rád kell várnom.
This tram is bound for Newtown.
Bunkó.
This is the Aerotram, operated by the City of Basel. When boarding the Aerotram, please have your authentication card ready and follow the instructions of the attendant.
És miattad állok itt.
What have we got?
Hát, végre, várom.
Okay. This is the Aerotram, operated by the City of Basel.
Szomorú,
When boarding the Aerotram,
nem értékeled a
please have your
streamert.
authentication card ready and follow the instructions of the attendant.
Hey Elvis, any luck with the job I gave you?
This tram is bound for the
Good,
artistic.
you're still not done? What were you taking care of some
This
kids?
tram is bound for Newtown.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Anyway, I got another job for you. Yeah, I saw someone looking suspicious out on the edge of town. Will you have a look around and see if you find
This is the
anything?
Aerotram,
Thanks, give Regina my
operated by
regards
the
too.
City of Basel.
Oh, no need to go overboard.
When
It might just
boarding
be
the
nothing,
Aerotram,
but better
please
safe
have
than
your
sorry, of course.
authentication card ready
I
and
head
follow
back to the guild in
instructions of
about
the
30.
attendant.
Okay, got it. You can fill me in once you get back.
This tram is bound for the artistical district.
I thought Athena might be here by now, but no sign of her. She's a shy one, is the thing. I was hoping it would go smoothly since the higher ups are all on board with it, but evidently not. I guess she's nervous, but really, there's nothing for her to worry about. She needs to just relax. Though she did say she was working on some other project too. Maybe she's just really busy. That is pretty widespread now, but international calls still have a lot of kinks to work out. It can make meetings a bit difficult. We are working with Van to make a new comms protocol that maximizes bandwidth and makes those long distance calls easier. I was hoping Athena would be here by now, but I just might be busy with something else. Maybe I should send her a message just in case.
This campus is just as big as I expected.
Let's take a look around. Gotta check out all the spots that kid mentioned.
Welcome to the Basel Institute of Science. Are you here to speak with researchers or students here? We are a bit busier than usual, pardon us. We have a number of students visiting at the moment. But if there's anything I can help you with, please do let me know. The hallway behind me leads to the Special Research Building. That building is off limits, I'm afraid. The Institute conducts confidential research there. If you have any business with the stuff inside, the guard there will be happy to help you. Professor Kronkai's thesis are like these windows into the future. It's crazy just how smart he is. His foresight really helps him get ahead of the curve and develop new technologies before people even realize they need them. I doubt I'll ever be half the scholar he is, but I really want to learn what I can from him all the same. Dad's factory is a relic of the past. It has nothing to do with me, and I have no reason to cling to it. I wish Dad wasn't so darn stubborn. All I'm saying is that he should be more forward thinking. But no, he's always trying to push the factory onto me, trying to tie me down to his old business. Time marches on. If he doesn't get with the times, they'll leave him behind.
All right.
Oh, hello everyone. I don't think I'd run into you all here. We just finished touring the Epstein Foundation and ZCF branches here, so now we're taking a brief tour of the institute. There's really not much we can do though, since we can't attend any of the lectures here. Being honest, it's rather boring. Boring for you, maybe. You sound like you already know about a lot of the stuff here. We're not as encyclopedic as you know. All this Epstein and ZCF stuff is brand new to me. It's just full of secrets, isn't she? But hey, we got to see and learn some really cool stuff because of it. Ren says she might have something extra special for us after we're done here too. Might is the key word, mind. I can't make any promises. What does she mean by that? Hát meleg van. Hát akire a szél megy, az könnyen beszél. Beats me, I'm not too worried about her. Let her do her thing and us do ours. The Epstein Foundation was really something special. We got to hear lots of interesting stories at the ZCF branch too. Ren said that her best friend works there even. She has so many of these connections, it's really mysterious, but hey, I'm not complaining. So, how's everything been going on your end, Agnes? If it all gets to be too much, you can join back up with us, okay? It's perfect, is Miss Popular too, huh? Thanks, Albert, but I'm fine right now, honestly. Well, alright, glad to hear that. Just, I worry sometimes. There's some dangerous stuff out there, so don't go charging into all that, okay? We'll always be here for you. You promised me earlier, but I can't guarantee it'll happen just yet. You never know, but with how plans can change. Still, I can hardly think of a place in Basel I'm more interested in, so it's worth a shot. This door here leads to the Special Research Building. They do a lot of top secret research in there, so it's close to the general public. Seems this building requires a higher security clearance than the rest of the city. Top secret, huh? Sounds like the perfect place to harass your co-workers and get away with it. It's a jump to conclusions, but yeah, it's worth looking into. Let's ask around and see what the people around here know. Such a shame the wonders of fungi go unrecognized. I've been trying to secure funding for my research, but to no avail. I swear my lab is the only one in the entire biochem building that gets so routinely snubbed. What gives? Professor Esmeralda, Professor Aurelie, they're just swimming in grants. But the limitless potential of fungi goes untapped for another day. Woe is me. I just don't understand it. Time and time again they go unnoticed. Not even Tain has anything nice to say about them. What is this, some bizarre prejudice? Antifungism? Is there really no one else on this earth who appreciates them like I do? Oh man, every time the tour was out of this world. Got to see some vintage memory quartz in there. How far we've come, huh? I didn't know that photos and videos were first developed for astronomy. Soon enough, it branched out into other things and that led to warbird films as we know them today. It's just so cool to see how the medium took off. Hey, glad to hear you're having fun. You bet. I know you're busy with work and all, but you should see the sights yourself, Agnes. I heard the Institute has the largest astral observatory in all of Calvat. I really want to go and see that now. Would we even be allowed inside though? I've heard much about the Institute of Science and I must say it does live up to its reputation. It's the highest seat of learning in Calvat after all. You have many of this country's brightest minds all under one roof. We won't be able to see the entire thing in one trip, but I hope I can at least catch the highlights while we're here.
Okay.
Yo, Julian, did you get to look at that researcher who just walked by? She was total knockout. She had that sciencey look to her, with the glasses and the messed up hair. Not just me dreaming, is it? It's gotta be a match. Huh? Sorry, but I have no idea what you're on about. Is she more beautiful than the aerotram attendant you were phoning over half an hour ago? Dude, everybody here is a 10. There's something about this time, I swear. It's awakening something in me. Lyle? Eat while you're ahead.
Alrighty.
Always assumed the Institute was full of dudes. I didn't know there would be so many chicks here too. Man, some of them are bombshells. Right, that settles it. I'm applying to this place. Nincs egy motiváció. Professor, I worry for her, I really do, but I just don't have the time to check up on her. Next time I see her, I think I recommend her these vitamins I like. I was on the advisory board for them actually. I do worry about how she's the only woman on her team. I don't want her to feel afraid to speak her mind on things. Liz. Professor Callaghan's kinda freaking me out nowadays. All the other professors say he's a really nice guy though. They talked about how he used to help mentor younger researchers at the institute. Are they really talking about the same guy though? All I get from him are evil glares, like he's fed up with me already. Yeesh! Seeing those wide-eyed Aramis students visiting brings back memories. I came to visit when I was younger, just like them. Crazy how young they look. I'm only 2 or 3 years older than them. I wonder if I looked that young when I visited too. The uniform are really cute. Maybe that's what it is. Wait, am I ogling them? Oh, pet foods! One of my papers was published in the scientific journal Formula last month. It was about a hypothetical social experiment where you gather big data from personal computers and use data science to crunch the numbers. I'm honored that the scientific community received it so well. Even Professor Cronkite gave it a thumbs up. Still wanna explore that concept some more though. I really want to use one of the giant orbital calculators and they have in the labs here. I just can't, and that really grinds my gears. I want to put my paper to practice with some simulations, but consumer-grade computers just don't have the power for it. I tried making a super optimized program for the number crunching I need, but that still wasn't enough. I need something bigger. I really wish I could use the lab facilities here, but they don't open those up to freshmen. I have to wait for those. I'm just dying to get my hands on one of those huge orbital calculators already. Associate Professor Tain. Network engineering is my forte, but I do a lot of work with the civil engineering guys too. Earthquake resistance, grid planning, that sort of thing. Professor Callaghan, in particular, he's been a big help to me. He's been awfully irritable lately, but he's a good person deep down. Maybe he just needs a drink or two to unwind. The urban network is essential infrastructure now, and cities need to be designed around it. Network signal needs to reach every nook and cranny of the city, so that's lots of cables, lots of antennas, lots of planning. The computer science students here have been a big help with modernizing the grid.
Alrighty.
Akkor minden mellékessel beszéltem, akkor jött a milyen beszélgetések. You need anything from me? I'll just be reading here. We do have plenty of papers here though, so I don't know enough about them to make any recommendations. Do handle them with care though. They're very important papers. There's like plenty of students and faculty come this way. That Rex, he's overheard a word or two about the allegations. Professor Epstein's essays and those of his disciples are very popular reads here, even among the more accomplished professors. And across the Institute's long history, we've collected books dating back to well before the Urban Revolution. We don't just leave books that valuable on the shelves though. You'll find them in our archives upon request. That's like plenty of students.
Can we talk?
Huh? Power tripping professor, you say? Well, if it were anybody, I put my money on Cronkite. He's awfully quick to dismiss people, haughty in a word. Kind and helpful aren't exactly synonymous with him, at least from what I've seen and heard. I see. Have you heard anything about any of the other professors that might relate to these allegations? Let me think now. Well, I can't see Professor O'Reilly doing anything like that. She's just a bundle of sunshine, not a mere bone in her body. Sometimes I even see her in here picking up research materials for her students. Then there's Professor Callaghan. He always made a point of helping out his assistants. He's certainly not a bad person in my view, but he's gotten a bit of a bad rap after his work went south. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. We greatly appreciate it. Who would be the most likely to abuse staff and students? Well, I'd have to say Professor Cronkite, honestly. He's awfully quick to dismiss people, haughty in a word. He's a bad person in my view, but he's gotten a bit of a bad rap after his work went south. Ez van. I work as an assistant in a Professor Archett's lab over there. I've noticed some troubling things coming out of the other labs though. This one woman, she's looked absolutely drained every day. I wish there was something I could do to help her, but I really shouldn't go butting into other labs' business. I just hope she has someone she can talk to, be it a co-worker, a professor, or someone else. Is she there? I have to ask me about that. I wonder if Professor Esmeralda got unaware of the appointed. We'll report back to her with the latest on our budget and samples, but she's nowhere to be found. Well, I can always just wait, I suppose. She must have been visiting the house.
Okay.
Let me ask you something.
Carefully, okay. Workplace harassment? Goodness. Heard these bits and pieces, but I'm a bit nervous to talk about it. Don't tell anyone, don't worry, anything helps. I heard the loud shouting from one of the other labs, yes. It stunned me out of the work I was doing. I heard stuff like, you idiots, can't you do anything right, and you're a disgrace to the Institute, get out! He's just lashing out at everything and everyone now. It's really disturbing. Which professor was the one doing that? I just can't see it. Sorry, if they find out it was me, I have hell to pay. It's really growing at me. The abuse is only getting worse and worse from what I'm told. I've heard the words fatigue, depression, exhaustion, even a couple of researchers fainting on the job. The whole department looks visibly shaken these days. Stress is just too much for them. Where did they all end up like Cindy? What happened to her? She is at her breaking point from what I hear. I hardly see her at the institute anymore. All been trying to support her however we can, but it's rough, it really is. Yeah, that's not good. Who's the professor helping her out of curiosity? That could be Professor S. Murray. She's in the bioengineering department. She's known the world over for her cutting-edge research. A real upstanding woman. She's always up to her neck in her work. Kéne nyújtanom őket, de nem tudom. Hát igen. Még most sincs. Csak nem tud megszabadulni a régitől. She probably doesn't know the extent of the abuse at the other labs. Yeah, thanks for filling us in. This still helps us a lot. Én mindig azon gondolom, hogy szerintem be tudtuk volna szenvedni a liftbe. Ami eszembe jutott az, hogy most kötöttek volna legúszni a oldalát a liftnek, és akkor a háttámláját oldalaknak betett, és akkor a másik végét hát befordult. Benn van azon a legelőtt visszafele, megint macerát szedni. Hát igen. De mondom, valószínűleg, ha nem is egyenesen, de valahogy biztosan be tudtuk volna tenni. Szerintem valahogy meg lehetett volna csinálni. De majd, akkor nem tudom, valahogy szétdaraboljuk, vagy valami. De most mikor hívnak fel őket? Nem tudom, csak egy napot. Jó, köszönöm. Na, azt beszéltük, hogy akkor majd intézzük már össze.
Well?
Hát nem muszáj hívni őket, mi is megoldhatnánk. Oh, I remember seeing you at that Orbal Cafe in Edith. I live over here in Basel. I didn't expect to see you here too. My family lives over in the capital, so I'm out there a lot. Both to visit them and to do my civil engineering research. And we moved up here for a while though. I've got a big paper to finish up. Here, huh? You should try talking to her. Oh, I remember seeing you at that Orbal Cafe in Edith. We were here in Basel.
Can we talk?
Professor abusing that authority, you say? That's a bit of a stretch to me, not gonna lie. You can see for certain that Professor Cronkite and Professor Tain would never do that. It can't be them. What makes you so sure of that? Well, so Professor Cronkite's a man of few words, so he can come across as kinda scary. But he means well, really. I mean, he's one of the greatest minds of our time. He lives and breathes science. And then Professor Tain is just really friendly to everybody. He's always looking out for people. He's known the world over for his work in civil engineering and urban planning. His list of science certainly earns its reputation. His faculty are all accomplished scientists and engineers in their own right. Yep, lots of famous people come to study and lecture here. Professor Callahan's a real celebrity too. He's a real whiz when it comes to mechanical engineering. He's the brain behind the military's new weapons. Last I heard though, his new big proposal got shot down in favor of someone else's. He didn't really take that very well. But he's bounced back from what I can tell. He's really putting his all into his new project. I'm really humbled to get to work with so many hardworking and talented people. And talented people can still be assholes. Are they good people? Is what we're asking. Maybe have phrased that a little less aggressively. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. You were a big help. Alright, I think we've combed this area over pretty well now. Let's go sit down somewhere and try piecing things together. I recommend that open space at the front of the institute grounds. So some benches there that we could use. Sounds like a plan to me. Akkor mit akarok? De, azt így beleértem. Hát, ez van. Oda menjek és szádba lépek. Mire? Lábam van. Azt majd én eldöntöm. Legyen a jobb akkor. Tessék. És aztán a ballal is. Jó, úgyis jó. Értem. Jó, meg foglak verni. Miután megpróbáltál megrugdosni. Elveszek a földet, te megpróbálsz megrugni, majd nem sikerül. Én meg ezzel felhúzom magam, hogy ilyeneket akarsz csinálni. És összeverlek. Majd érezni fogod. Én nem így látom, nem így fog történni. Megpróbálsz így harapálni, megharapni. Ez hány ilyen, nem is még össze is hányok volt. De lehányod a lábamat, amit előtt megtanultad, és megharaptál. Értem, te úgy gondolod, hogy ez így fog lezajni, de nem. Én úgy látom, hogy pipesre foglak verni. Alright, we're about ready to sit down and get cracking. Well, that was pretty good. We got our hands on some nice info there. We learned a lot of professors' names too. That's Professor Callahan, the Engineering Science Authority, Professor Aureli in the Chemistry Department, Professor Cronkite, a very respected expert in physics and urban engineering, and Professor Tain, an architectural researcher. And then one Professor Espere over in Bio. They all sounded really capable, of course. The stats sheets don't tell the whole story. They all sound like oddballs in their own right. I think we can pretty safely narrow the perp down to one of those 5. I agree, we have pretty strong evidence to suggest that. Alright, let's take our evidence from the top then. All the people we talked to, all the testimonies, they all had this one thing in common. Ah, I see what you mean. He didn't name the group. Not a single one named the culprit. Some of those guys knew who it was, but it kept sounding like they were too scared to name him. Usually they just name the guy, but no. Yeah, now that you mention it, that is kinda weird. I can understand not wanting to be labeled a snitch, but it felt like there was more to it than that. They were afraid of the culprit, but you could tell they respected them too. They didn't want to sully this professor's good name. Some people said the guy wasn't always like that. Something changed them. Probably the conflict over the proposal we heard about. Something about hard feelings. One guy said They had to crunch after the proposal fell through. There were signs of abuse to me. That does seem likely, though we can't say for certain what changed the professor's behavior that would be a reasonable explanation. That said, no circumstance justifies such an abuse of power and status. This professor is truly incorrigible. So that's who you think the culprit is? Yeah, you ask me, there's only one professor who fits the bill. Nekem kell választani. Melyik professzor volt a tettes?
Hogy végigmondták.
Most, hogy Callahan lesz, mert neki volt az, hogy nem fogadták el a tervét, a projektjét is. Ez rosszul esett neki, elvileg. Hát ezzel is stresszelek, igen. Igen.
Tudsz javítani csalással.
Az nem csalás. Stratégikus.
Nem, a tegnapi dolog más volt.
Igen, de végül nem volt értelme. Aureli? Professor Callahan is our guy. He's one of the foremost authorities on engineering science, perhaps the smartest man in the whole field. I've seen him in the papers plenty of times before. He's always described as a savant, notably he helped modernize the military's weapons and equipment. But he's got revenge on the mind, sounds like. Some other professor one-upped him, and that's got him pissed. I get it sucks, but you'd think a world-renowned scientist would be less childish about it. You'd know a thing or two about acting like a child, wouldn't you? I don't know, you usually call me a grandpa. Which is it, bud? Is now the time? So what do we do now? We have all the recordings of the people we talked to. It all points to Professor Callahan being the suspect. So what's our next move? Do we hunt down our client next and give them the tips? Nah, I'm thinking we get Professor Callahan's opinion on it without accusing him directly. We nudge him in the right direction and he might just turn himself in. What do you mean? Simple. We tell him about these abuse rumors going around. We talk about all these exhausted students and he connects the dots on his own. Feeling that? Well, you already know it's him. He's bound to figure out his reputation's on the line. The more he hears about this, if he's smart, he'll fess up. So that's what we do. We give him a subtle little nudge and he does all the work. I see him want it for us. Two birds with one stone right there. That sounds really scheming. I'm not so sure we're the good guys all of a sudden. Well, haha. This is a quintessentially Spriggan-like way of solving our problem. Fine by me, to the power trippers lab then. Actually, where is it? I don't remember seeing it while we were taking our tour. I suspect it's in the special research building. We need some form of clearance to enter, of course. We passed by a door with a guard in front earlier. They won't let any ordinary civilian inside. I suspect we would need an errand card at the very least. It was hard enough for us to get a C-rank card. I think getting an E-rank one is off the table. What should we do then? Maybe wait for him to leave the building and ambush him? Nah, all Van's the man with the plan. All that matters is that we get inside the building. Doesn't matter how we do it. And being a Spriggan, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. And Van, you're kinda scaring me with the smile there. We defer to you. What's your strategy, Master Spriggan? So first, we just roll on up to the building like anybody else would. Once we get there, we convince the guard to let us in. Act naturally and we'll go down. Okay. Tudom meg ez? Van ott egy ember, aki van, ami szépen az előbb.
This feels relaxing.
Át kell mennem. Mindjárt megyek, igen. Ezt olvasom kell. Port. Szegyelettem magad? Success! A super quick reaction there. Quicker than I expected. That bodes well. It means it's even more flammable than I first thought. I got a winner on my hands. It's gonna take a swig of my special juice to recharge. Then I'll be right back in action. Morris produced a vial of something from his coat pocket and downed it with gusto. Oh yeah, I can feel my cells supercharging. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Control substance? Where is that? Can be controlled if it's not for human consumption in the first place. Egyre jobban kezdek megélni. Mit hiszik ez a Moritz? I want to do something with this, I swear! The perfect pick-me-up after my explosion test. It was meant to be, I tell you! Ha 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 ha! Was Professor Aureli's problem? I asked to study under her and she dismisses me like you're just an arsonist in a lab coat. What's so wrong about that? It's art! What's more beautiful than great balls of fire? That's what chemistry boils down to. Subtle art of making things go boom! Surely a fellow chemist would understand that. Bah! Ez a Moritz veszélyes. Ő szeret a laborjában robbantgatni. Ő akkor indul be igazán, hogyha sikerül valami felrobbantani a laborjában. És nem mellesleg valami állatoknak szánt valami stimuláns iszik, mint valami kávé vagy energiaital.
The breeze here feels so nice.
Ó, beengedsz. Hát akkor most feljövök. Megnézem a játékbeli távcsövecs. Nézd meg milyen geci vagy. Ilyen geci vagy.
Indeed.
Van rajta 1, 2, 3, 4 különböző evek is. Ilyen kereső távcsövek vagy valami egyebek. Excuse me, is this where we can find Professor Callahan? We're here to speak with him. Right, yes. May I see your card, sir? Of course. And hand over his certification card. See rank. I'm sorry, but I can't let you in without the proper security clearance. If you don't mind me asking, what business do you have with him to begin with? Glad you asked. We're here on behalf of the Principality of Elsing. We figured there was an appointment for us, but we just found out they didn't set anything up. Sorry for the inconvenience. We wanted to inquire about Professor Callahan's new research. It's caught our investors' interest. His findings have seismic implications. Even the super evolution would be small potatoes compared to this. So we looked into meeting with him and collaborating on his research, only to learn that Marduk was interested in the same thing. So now we've got ourselves a three-way partnership here. I'm here on the Marduk company's behalf. I'm a concierge of their employee. So you're meeting with him to discuss a grant, is that right? I'm a bit surprised to hear both Asim and Marduk are collaborating on this, but, well, stranger things have happened, I guess. I apologize for the inconvenience. That said, who are these children with you? Surely they're not employees. Pardon? I'm not a kid, I'm just short. They're associates of an Asim VIP. Pardon them. They're here on Asim's behalf as well, so they were looking to sit in on our meeting. This is a little awkward though. We came all the way from Asim just to get turned away at the door on a technicality. I'm not sure what to tell them when we get back home. Really, I'm sorry, there's clearly been some kind of a mix-up here. Your arrangement might have been lost in the shuffle with all the Aramis students visiting. You must have been issued the same rank card as them by mistake. I'll go clear this up with Professor Callahan. 1 minute, please. Of course, we'll be waiting. Your bluff. Simply pulling your bluff. Of course, you need to turn down grant money. Ain't what we're really here for, but he just has to take the bait. Thank you for your patience. The professor would like to meet with you at once. Go right in. Thank you very much. I believe you managed to deceive your way past someone again. Hey, nothing I said was a lie. Not my fault if someone else takes what I said the wrong way. But you tell yourself that every single time, huh? Yeah, you must be a real pro at this. I mean, it's not something to be proud of. Your sudden embarrassment suggests. I wish you would at least stop to think about the bad influence you might be having on Ferry.
So you're trying to blame all of this on me, are you?
Not at all. I'm in no way trying to suggest your latest research is the cause. If anything, the approach you're taking with your latest project rather fascinates me.
Does it now?
That being said, work on my own project has reached a critical juncture. I cannot afford any issues with net traffic at this time.
That certainly sounds like blame to me, Cronkite. You may be one of Professor Hamilton's students, but that doesn't give you the right to...
So sorry for the delay. Oh. Who the devil are you? This is a restricted area, you know. Not to worry, we have permission to be here. Should either of you direct us to Professor David Callahan's office? So you're the ones I just heard about. They finish here, Cronkite. Now if you would all follow me. Professor Cronkite and Callahan. Running into you guys here. Oops. Say the same thing. Mr. Archive, do you have business here? What are you doing here, Salison? Who are these people with you? They are students here on an educational visitation from the capital. I've been assisting them during their stay. Professor Cronkite was gracious enough to extend us an invitation to visit him when we happened to see each other in town. So we asked Mr. Salison if he could lead the way. I believe I invited anyone but you, nor did I imply we should meet quite this soon. But I suppose chasing you away here would be more work than just humoring you. Very well, follow me. Really? It would be nothing short of incredible to see your work up close, Professor Cronkite. Gosh. Well, I will get out of your hair now. We apologize for the interruption. I can see that you're very busy, but it would be a pleasure to speak more on another occasion, Professor Callahan. Oh, I suppose that can be arranged. be nice to have enough free time to spend on such frivolous nonsense as educational visitations. Well, come with me. I want to make this brief. Of course, Professor.
Wait! I'd like to listen in on this conversation too, if you don't mind. As their guide, I suspect it has everything to do with me.
Take a 10-minute break. Do not return late.
Yes, Professor. Excuse us. Professor David Callahan.
As you know, my name is David Callahan. I believe you're here to talk about Elsyme and Marduk investing in my research. That makes for a very interesting combination, if you don't mind me saying. What exactly led to this?
Is that what you were told? There seems to have been a misunderstanding then. We are currently working for Elsyme and we do have a Marduk employee with us, but that's all. What? We are currently in the middle of an investigation, you see, and the lead happened to bring us here. Wanted to follow up on a rumor that some extreme abuse of power has been taking place in a laboratory here. He's got something to tell. Who asked you to investigate this? Couldn't tell you, didn't leave that mean, but they did tell us all about what's been happening. We've heard all about the ridiculous workloads and insane hours they and their colleagues have been forced to endure. About how they are never allowed any rest, are woefully underpaid, and how they receive vicious constant verbal abuse from their superior. Even to the point that someone collapsed from overwork and has been driven to the brink of a suicide. That's just... We have all the testimony and evidence we need to act if that's what it comes to. But we thought it better to come and hear your thoughts first. Excuse me? It's not too late to turn things around. So many people we spoke to were quick to say that you weren't always like this. They mentioned how they almost had trouble believing just what you'd become. We could see how afraid people are of you now and how they dislike what you've become. But at the same time, we could see how deeply they respect you too. We're not these heroes of justice like the cops or the guild. We're just about finding common ground and putting things to right. As long as you're willing to work with us, we can... That is enough! Don't talk to me about respect and then immediately resort to blackmail! I cannot believe any of my assistants would try to set me up like this. Unbelievable! I give them a golden chance to help me obtain glory beyond their imagination, and this is how they chose to repay me! How could you say that? You know, we've got evidence of what you're doing, right? Sure you wanna pick this fight? What we will with your evidence, all I have to do is cover it up. I'm not going to believe some lowly assistants over an esteemed professor. Professor, I am 2 mere steps away from completing my research, and you pick now to sabotage my efforts? Very well. And damn the human cost. I'll start working down to the bone to make up for that.
Just listen to yourself, Professor! What has gotten into you? You used to be so kind and supportive. Professor Hamilton held you in such high regard. Even though I was one of her students, you would still take the time to look after me. I just can't understand why all you do lately is spit in the face of her achievements.
What the... I suspected as much.
Sorry. That's a private matter between us. But please, at least stop and think about how you're treating the people who work under you. They took their positions because they dreamed of being like you. Don't belittle them or their work.
Salesian. Don't tell me what I can and can't do, you third-rate apprentice!
What the? What do you think you're doing? He's an asshole.
You're talking to the famous David Callahan, the preeminent scholar of engineering science and military technology, who has long upheld the very foundation of this nation's national defense. I've had enough of youngsters like Cronkite and Esmeralda acting like they're above me after all I've achieved. My latest research will propel Calvert to even greater heights, change the power balance of the entire continent. Why can no one understand just how much of a privilege it is to help with that?
Professor!
Well, you're free to have whatever lofty goals you want. I think we've had our 10 minutes, don't you? Oh. We came here to explain the situation and offer a solution we thought would benefit everyone. You're welcome to try and cover up all the evidence and testimonies we've gathered, but I promise you, it ain't gonna be easy. If you're as close to this revolution as you claim to be, then I'd give it another thinking through if I were you. I'm done wasting time with you. I will be raising the issue of your illegal trespassing and appalling brazeness with Mr. Thousand. I admit that I may have been a little too harsh. As long as you intend to cling to Professor Hamilton, instead of aiming for something more, I have no interest in you. Unless you now see the benefits of developing your talents under me, after all. I would wager that would be a far better use of your time than waiting like a little girl for an old woman who's long gone. Excuse me! What the? Pardon us?
Like a little girl.
There you are.
So this is what it looks like inside, huh?
It's so cool seeing the observatory. Is that the telescope?
That's right. Professor Hamilton had it specially made.
I'm sorry you had to witness that earlier, but I'm impressed you knew where to find me. Just had a feeling. We're happy to forget what we saw as long as you forget about us forcing our way into the research building. And behave. You can go ahead and have a seat over there. I'll go make us some tea. So there aren't actually any astronomy professors here. Not at the moment. I'm the only one who comes here every day right now. But there was a time when quite a few researchers and students who all adored Professor Hamilton would come. Even Professor Callahan would from time to time. Oh, he never used to be like he is now. He's always been He always sees Professor Hamilton as a rival, sure, but it used to be the friendly kind of rivalry that was beneficial to both sides. He taught me so much too. He really must have changed then. Yeah, from that to the uptight, abusive asshole he saw earlier, some kind of war. Mr. Hamilton left the Republic 2 years ago, if I recall. And you're one of her students. That's right, I owe more to her than I can ever hope to repay. I've been looking after the observatory and her house since she left the country. Though I think it's debatable whether I'm doing a good job of it. The CEO of Band, Mr. Thousand, is also one of the directors on the Institute's board. And he told me that he's considering shutting this place down because so few people are using it. Oh no. So that's why you've been doing all kinds of miscellaneous tasks to score points with him. That's awful. I really am sorry about earlier though. I ended up interfering in investigation by jumping in, didn't I? I hadn't said anything. Don't sweat it, we ended up getting some useful info out of that whole outburst. My guess is you won't notice this by now too. But this piss-poor attitude isn't the only bad thing going on with him. You really think so? I have the same feeling. It would explain why someone so respected has stoop to such irrational behavior. I feel like the question is, what is he trying to do that he is willing to go so far off the deep end for it? The computer hardware in his laboratory was state of the art. I suspect he's using it to perform vast calculations. The kind that would be equally difficult to properly manage. I agree. I've never seen a simulation of this extent before, and it seemed even that wasn't getting the results he wanted. Couldn't be. No, but that would. I see now. Well, better keep an eye on that guy for a while. We ain't in Basel for that, but we're gonna be here for the next couple of days at least. Feels like we can afford to scratch each other's backs a bit, yeah? Whether the CEO wants us to or not. Alright, I do have my doubts about you, but I believe that Agnes is worthy of my trust. Tetszik neki a csajszi, aztán így már bízik benne. Hát igen, ő most így erre a csillagvizsgálóra vigyáz, hogy itt a kutatóintézet nehogy bezárja. Legalábbis azt próbálná. Igen, ez el fog innen jönni az a gyanú. Igen, ez egy negatív előrejelzés. Yeah. So if anything comes up, I'll be sure to let you know to keep what the professor left behind safe if nothing else.
Nem szerepel a főképernyőn. Amikor tudod a PlayStation-ben az a kép.
Igen.
Pedig ő is csapattag volt, tudod, hogy ideiglenes. És nem a fősztori része.
Igen.
Ő ott szerepel, azt szerintem partitag.
Könnyen meg lehet.
Az öreg pártisztaló volt. De abban nem
Mhm. 5-6, 7-8 fejezet lehet kb. Igen.
Nem szokott olyan nagyon sok chapter-öt, mert a chapter az, amit a Yakuzában, hogy Yakuzában sokszor volt olyan, hogy egy chapter,
egy küldi.
egy pontos story rész, vagy egy egybefüggő story rész volt.
Igen.
Olyan, hogy elkezdtük a chapter 2-be, és hirtelen chapter 7-ig vitt magával a történet, mert nem engedett el. Mert vitt a sztori előtt.
Igen, és nem volt szabad mozgás. Akár 3 fejezeten is keresztül se. Így lokkolt. Igen. Annak érdekes, igen, megoldások, igen.
Igen, általában egy olyan, mint egy könyvbe egy fejezet, tényleg is úgy kezed, hogy egy egybefüggő történetelem, a nagy átívelő történet. Van egy eleje, meg egy vége minden chapter.
Igen. De ők már Kaszugán azért egy kicsit próbáltak már máshogy csinálni.
Ott volt egy-két olyan rész, amikor olyan unfelműtött, de maga a történet egyébként maga.
Igaz, ugyanúgy egyenes. Igen.
De ha úgy készül, akkor valószínűleg csak engedett a játék, hogy egy kicsit kell.
Ez is igaz. I think it comes from not being honest with yourself, you know. He'll be counting on you, Quattro. Sure seems like he's being honest with himself to me, not trusting you is the right call. We were very much in the same boat with how boorish you are. Excuse me? You're trying to pick a fight, kiddo? That's only proving my point, you know. Are you interested in the telescope? I was wondering what it's like, that's all. So we just past 5 o'clock, so you won't be getting a great view of the stars quite yet. But come with me, you still might be able to get a good view of the great shutter triangle. Really? Yay! Aww. Well, the two kids of the group would hit it off. I'm also still a damn kid from my perspective. By the way, Agnes, was it just me, or did you seem surprised by something when the professor was shouting up a storm? It wasn't just you. One of my assistants who tried to set me up like this. Unbelievable! I give them a golden chance to help me obtain glory. Glory beyond their imagination. This is how they chose to repay me. So, pick then of all times to shine. It's not doing it now though. Do you think it could just be a coincidence? You gotta wonder. Not like it would be the first time it's shown at an odd time. Like when we first ran into Grimcat.
Whoa! What's this room for?
Odette? What brings you all here?
Found you! We've been looking for all of you.
We couldn't find you anywhere in the main building, so we wondered if you might be here.
Sorry for putting you guys out.
Well, not all of us are here for you.
So
this is their giant telescope. I've seen one in the Imperial Museum too, but it's so cool.
Oh, can we take a look through it?
It's nice seeing this place this lively again. It's been so long.
Október 23, 6-10. Jó, szállom. Well, we'll be going back to our hotel now. Surfing. Try not to stay up too late, just cause no one's keeping an eye on you. That telescope was amazing though, wasn't it? I wish we could have had another look through it before we left. How about you come and walk around with us on the last day, Ferry? We'd love to have you. Really? Your work sounds amazing, so I like that a lot. Sweet playtime to the kids done. More in the market for a place catered to adults. Hell, you wanna join in on the fun for eyes? I would never want to go to such a place! It sounds like it could be kinda fun in its own way. It was nice to finally meet the famous Lizette too. Maybe we could talk some more another... Oh yes, I would like that very much indeed. Yay, that is happening! Did you notice? Yeah, you managed to learn anything on your end? I'm afraid not. We heard something interesting from the genius professor, but that's about it. I'm not going to have much free time here, however, so I'm going to have to leave it to that nose of yours this time. Dumping all the work on me, huh? Great. Ah, here's the tram. Then we bid you all farewell. I should be able to meet you in tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock. I know it's a little early for good nights, but I hope you all have one regardless. Same to you. See you tomorrow. Sleep tight. So what's eating away at you, phony maid? Something up? Can't hide a thing from him.
I should have realized I wouldn't be able to keep my concerns a secret. To tell you the truth, I'm getting a peculiar sense of déjà vu from what's happening here in Basel.
Déjà vu? You mean just being a concierge, but you also handle crisis management all over the country, right? So which does this orbital net and distribution network issue make you think of more? Libel 6 years ago or Crossbell 4 years ago?
You're proving perceptive and knowledgeable beyond belief.
Sure, I've heard both of those things before, but yeah, I think Charles mentioned them at some point too. The former was when all orbital power was shut off by the appearance of an ancient floating city. The latter was when the orbital network was used to perform man-made miracle. I never witnessed them firsthand, so there's a lot of gaps in what I know, but both were caused by things you wouldn't think could exist. And I think you'd made both events up if I didn't know better. What happened a year and a half ago in Crossbell, and that's just a batshit crazy on paper. Oh, when the whole continent was hacked or whatever the word is.
I'm afraid I can't answer most of your questions because they would contain classified information. However, I believe this may end with a crisis different from the ones that Mr. Arkwright mentioned.
Huh? Well, Miss Perfect, Genesis started glowing again. There's bound to be something. No way this ends without giving us a headache. Yeah, we're gonna need to be ready for trouble. You gotta head out somewhere now, right? I come with you if you want.
Again, you are perceptive beyond belief.
Might have only met in person recently, but I've known you for a really long time now. Whenever you stumble on a major problem brewing, you gotta report it to HQ, right?
Correct. What is happening here certainly falls under Code E of our regulations. But I see no harm in having someone with me during my report. We could also patrol the area at the same time. Does that sound all right?
More than alright, let's get going. Wait! Just you two here, you know. Don't even think of leaving us out. I don't mind taking one of you, but the other's gonna have to stay behind. Someone will need to be available if Agnes or that boy we might decide to go. Right, that makes sense. Fine then. Come on, who are you taking? Select one additional member to accompany Van and Rizat. They can be swapped out later using the computer in the hotel room. 13. Where do we have to go to even give this report? The company GHQ is so far away. I would thought you'd just call them. There's a bit of a process involved for security reasons. For starters, we need to leave the city toward the canyon. This needn't take priority over any other work you would like to do, however. I see now. Got it. You'll head over once we walked around a little then. Oh.
Lantern launched!